Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question we are taking this up from the topic of statistics. And if I talk about the question which is given to us here from this topic, the question tells us let xi, where it's told to me that I goes from 1 to 10, be the 10 observations of a random variable x. Then the question further tells us if summation of I equals 1 to 10 xi minus p. So sum of all these observations it's given to us as 3. And further the question tells us at summation of I equals 1 to 10 xi minus p the whole square, means sum of squares of all the observations is given to us as 9. And further the question tells us where p is not equal to 0 but belongs to real numbers, and the question is asking us to find out the standard deviation of these observations. And if I talk about the answer choices that are given to us here, the options are 7 over 10, second option 9 over 10, the third answer choice we have been given is 4 over 5, and the last answer choice we have been given as root of 3 over 5. So we need to figure out which one of the answer choice is the correct answer for this standard deviation which is asked to us. Let's solve this question. Before starting off with the solution, I would first like to tell you that please do subscribe to my channel and do support the channel as well, because it takes lot of efforts in making these videos for you on everyday basis. Let's see. Now, how to solve this question further? We know that standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. And we also know the formula that if I talk about for the standard deviation, or if I talk about the variance I can just find it out. So square root of variance, I can just find it out as summation of all the observations that are present, square of that, divided by the number of observations minus mean square, where mean, which is x bar, it is nothing but summation of all the observations divided by number of observations. So that gives us the mean. So this is the whole idea that is given to us. But if I see, they haven't told us summation of xi. They have given us in the question summation of xi minus p and summation also of the square of xi minus p. So I need to subtract a term p from all these 10 observations. So first let's understand what happens when you subtract one constant from each of the terms. Let's understand what happens to the standard deviation. So if I'm taking an example, first of all, to understand what happens, let's take three terms, let's say 1, 3, 5. So if I apply the idea of finding the standard deviation, I know first step we find the mean. So if I find the mean, I get 1 plus 3 plus 5 divided by 3. So that gives me 9 divided by 3, which is 3. Second step, we find the difference of the terms from the mean value. So if I find the difference of the terms from the mean value, 3 minus 1, 2, 3 minus 3, 0, 3 minus 5, minus 2. Third step, we know that we square the observations. So if I square them, I get 4, 0, and 4. Fourth step, I again find the mean value. So mean I can just find out by taking the sum of them. So 8 dividing by the number of observations, which is 3. And then if I want to figure out the standard deviation, I can just find it as root of this mean, which is basically root of 8 over 3. So we have got the standard deviation for this terms. Now let's understand what happens if I, let's say, subtract a number as or subtract any constant from each of the terms. So let's say if I subtract each of them with minus 2. So if I'm subtracting this terms by 2, I get new terms as 1 minus 2, which is minus 1, 3 minus 2, which is basically 1, and 5 minus 2, which is 3. Now if I again apply my 5 same steps to find the standard deviation for this new list, let's see what it becomes. So mean becomes minus 1 plus 3 divided by 3. So I get the mean as 1 because I get 3 divided by 3, which is 1. The second step, I can just find the difference of the terms from the mean value. So 1 minus minus 1, so 2. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 3, minus 2. Now if I again square them, I get 404. Again, if I find the mean value in the next step, I get this as 4 plus 0 plus 4, which is 8 divided by 3. And the last step, I just figure out the standard deviation, which comes out to become root of 8 over 3. So if you see what happens when you add a constant or when you subtract a constant from each of the term, and if that constant which you are adding or subtracting from each term is the same, your standard deviation does not get affected. It still remains same in both the cases. Now, when it still remains same here, I understand that when I have to find the standard deviation of these observations and I have to use this idea, I know that addition or subtraction does not change the standard deviation. So if I'll just subtract each of the terms from I equals to 1 to 10 with a constant which is same, that is p. So x bar, I also know it is summation of this. So I can also write that as I equals to 1 to 10. Instead of xi, I can just write as xi minus p divided by n the whole square. So I know this entire thing now. Now let's just try to figure out and solve the question. So I know summation of I equals to 1 to 10 xi minus p the whole square, that is given to me as 9. So square root of 9 divided by the number of observations, we know it is 10, minus. Here I have summation of xi minus p divided by n. So 3 divided by 10 the whole square. So from here I get this as 9 over 10 minus 9 over 100. Now once I have this with me, I'll just multiply both sides with 10, and that gives me 90 minus 9, which is 81 divided by 100. Now once I have this square root of 81 divided by 100, I get that as 9 over 10. So I get the answer for the question, that it is 9 over 10. And if I see the answer choice that matches here with the question, it is option B. So B becomes the correct answer here for the question that is given to us. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions. So what we did was we first figured out that addition or subtraction of a same constant from each of the terms does not affect your standard deviation. It still remains same. And then we just use that idea to find the standard deviation of the 10 observations that were asked. So further by solving got that as 9 by 10, which basically matches with option B. So B becomes the correct answer here. I hope you have understood how to solve these questions. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic. And we are going to continue our series of questions on JEE mains. So stay tuned for more videos to roll out. Also, if you're enjoying these videos that we are doing on everyday basis, please do like the videos as well and do subscribe to my channel and share these videos with your friends also who are involved in the preparation of questions on JEE, so they can also take the benefit from these questions which we are solving on everyday basis. Thank you.